Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight I want to discuss the Prodigy's 1992, I think, single release for Wind It Up. Now it's interesting because the CD version, like the actual physical version, has 5 versions of Wind It Up on it. And the Spotify version, or the Spotify edition, only has 4 tracks. So with the physical copy, you get more. And that's fun because the 5 versions of Wind It Up work. You know what I mean? I found that the 4-track that's on Spotify, it's good, but it just feels incomplete. And my favorite thing about these early sort of single releases from the Prodigy was that the remixes, they weren't necessarily going to be a remix made by somebody else. It feels like with these singles, or at least the ones that I've heard, the remixes are by Howlett. And I like that way more because, I mean, a remix from somebody else can be a lot of fun, but a lot of the times I found with remixes, when it comes to that area of remixes at least, where a band sort of farms out the remixing duties to somebody else, it's hit or miss, and for the most part I would argue it's a miss. But with these releases, like you've got the Poison EP or the Poison single, The Out of Space, Wind It Up, Everybody in the Place, these remixes are Liam Howlett. So they don't sound as disjointed as an average single that would have a couple remixes of the single on it from other people. I always found that those releases, like I said, they feel a little sort of detached from each other, like it's less one package and more like a collection of songs just tossed together in order to sell said package. But with these early, at least, releases, single releases, or whatever, single EP releases from the Prodigy, the lion's share of the remixes are from Howlett. So you just get other versions of the songs, and this, Wind It Up, is amazing. The physical copy, of course, because you get more songs, and all of the songs work really well. But if you're listening to the digital version via Spotify, it does feel a little disconnected. It doesn't feel quite as, the songs don't feel quite as in tune and on time with each other, not to throw out a DJ Shadow quote there from the live DVD you released, but it's true. It's like the songs just don't line up as well, or there's a slight sense of incoherence at play or something. I don't know, because the physical version is just so much more superior, not because I'm looking to virtue signal here about how, physical copies, blah, 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 better sound, blah, 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 you support the band. No, none of that. Just in this case, you get more for less. And so here, and pretty much here alone, I will argue that the physical copy will always beat the Spotify copy or the edition because there's only 4 songs. If you want to listen to everything digitally, that doesn't mean that you love music any less or anything. I'm certainly not saying that because I don't really give a fuck myself. I have a ton of CDs. I don't touch them anymore. I listen to everything digitally like everyone else. So this is amazing, but the Spotify one, not so much. It's good, but it's missing some tracks. So this overall is awesome. And, oh God, I just love this period. Like the Experience days from the Prodigy, mixing right in with Jilted Generation. It's like those 2 records have aged so incredibly well, which is really funny, too, because I found that Fat of the Land really didn't age all that well. Aspects of it sound so trapped in the 90s, but then Jilted Generation and the Experience, which are both from the 90s, they sound timeless. And these singles are from the Experience, and so they, too, sound just as timeless. And I'm going to stop talking now. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes while I discuss the Prodigy's physical release for Wind It Up, released back in I think like 92 or 95 or some shit. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. I'm going to go. Have a good night.